Welcome back to In the Shade, a platform bringing awareness to BIPOC folks that have been murdered or gone missing, and also people of color who have been accused.
Another clip, another video, shot fire. But anyways, the story's about Harvey Marcelin. I tried doing this video a little earlier with these guys right here, construction to crime. I got 18 minutes in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post a video or not, but I decided to do another review and see another perspective of two different people's perspective of the first time of me seeing their video and see how that goes. But anyways, it's about this guy here. So far, what I know, he's 80 something years old and he's riding a scooter through the city, killing people. In the 1960s, he caught life, respectfully, made parole, and then caught manslaughter that he did plead guilty to, and then made parole again, and somehow, some way, while he was 81 years old, made a Facebook account, met someone, some lady, and chopped her up into pieces and got on a scooter riding through the city. Electric scooter, really nice electric scooter for the record, not like a regular scooter. But anyhow, this is a different perspective. We'll see what we see. Mike out.
And convicted of committing heinous crimes. I'm Jenny Wilson, and
I'm Isabel, and this is our 11th episode.
woohoo!
All right, today's episode is going to be about Harvey Marcelin, who is a trans woman and who's also described as New York's shopping cart serial killer. And they were charged with the murder of a 68-year-old woman living in an LGBTQ shelter in the Clinton Hill area at the time of her death. So, Jenny, tell us, who is Harvey Marcelin?
Yes, or Marceline.
Mm-hmm.
So Harvey Marcelin, or Marceline Harvey. Until we get to that part, I'll start out with Harvey Marcelin. I was born a male in Manhattan in 1938. Okay. You know, her mother was a seamstress, and her father died when Harvey was 10 and was a shipping clerk. Okay, working class, you know, like doing it big in Manhattan. Her parents, though, grew up in Harlem, but later moved to 158th Street in Washington Heights. Do you know where Washington Heights is located?
Yeah, it's like Upper West, I guess, Bronx, Harlem.
Okay,
area,
cool.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Because, you know, I don't fucking know. So, I found this part to be, I don't want to say, like, interesting, but I just want to make sure I'm, like, politically correct. So, Harvey Marcelin identified as a woman and started using the name, and then started using the name Marcelin. Okay, cool. In a 55-minute jailhouse interview, according to the New York Post, she said that she's in touch with both her masculine and feminine side, but her male persona gets her in trouble. Though Marcelin wore a wig and lipstick after her most recent release, we'll get into that later on. I found that to be kind of interesting, I guess, but also too, it kind of reminded me a lot of like the Two-Spirit with like Wounded Arrow, the case that we covered. But Harvey Marcelin spent more than 50 fucking years in prison for the two prior convictions in death of women that like ended in like death of two women. And those are, again, her previous convictions. So fucked up. But can you imagine 50 years? I mean, like, you fucked up 50 years.
You've been in prison for a long time. For more than your life.
More than, like, you've been in prison more.
The majority of your life.
But exactly, the majority of your life. So the majority of your life you spent in prison than on the outside world. That shit is crazy to me. She was let out of jail in 2019 on parole. Okay, you know, she may be like wanting to start like a new kind of life, get on the right track, but was charged with concealing a human corpse regarding the torso that law enforcement sources said belonged to a 68-year-old woman named Susan Layden, who happened to be living in an LGBTQ shelter in the Clinton Hill area at the time of her death. I just found to be like very interesting because, you know, I'm thinking like you're spending 50 years in prison, you're gonna start, you know, maybe like start fresh, kind of start your life over. But she said, fuck that. She said, I'm going back to, you know, doing what I know best. But
yeah. So let's kind of talk about what happened and how she ended up, you know, dismembering this other woman.
yeah. Surveillance footage showed Susan Layden, who lived in an LGBTQ senior center in Fort Greene, entering Marcelin's East New York apartment on February 27, 2022, and she was never seen again.
So Susan's dismembered body parts were like found all over the city and like in several locations around Brooklyn and Manhattan. For example, the like torso or body was found in Brooklyn on like Atlantic and Pennsylvania Avenue, just outside of a construction safety gear shop.
It's a fact.
Not sure what happened there, but we're gonna burn there.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
What the fuck was that?
and it was found also in like several plastic bags in a shopping cart. But it was like a bunch of passerby folks that noticed the bag, and like a person decided to open it when they ended up coming home or coming back and passing the bag again, and they decided to open it, which kind of sounds insane because if I would pass a garbage bag, basically, you wouldn't be able to pay me enough to open it.
No, honestly, like I cannot imagine, and like again, like you being from NYC and me living in Chicago, I can't like it. Those are just things that like you just like don't do. Like I'm not opening up random ass trash bags like on the sides on the
I'm
streets
not
of Chicago.
even like breathing when I walk past them in the city.
Right.
I'm like crossing the street.
Right.
Especially like city trash. It's just like piles and piles and it smells awful. And unless I know it's my trash bag and maybe I threw out like my credit card or something or something of value, then I'm going to open it. But I'm not going to open some random ass trash. Like, what the
that shit is so weird.
Kudos to this super nosy person.
So wait, can we call this person a super Karen?
Yeah.
Or what do you think?
Super nosy.
Also, too, really quick. So like, I guess like since like again us being us both like living in like big cities previously, like sometimes you just see shit, and I know like for us like we like I know for me like. In Chicago, we just refer to that as city shit. Like, if I see some weird shit, like in a trash bag, you can't pay me, like you said, enough to open that shit. I'm literally just calling that city shit, and like that, it just kind of is what it is. But I'm not opening it and scrummaging through it. It could have been maybe a homeless person, you know, maybe looking for food or something of like some sort. But I would just say that's a super Karen, because, I mean, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
But yeah, that person said the bag wasn't tied up, so they, you know, maybe it was like easily openable or something. I don't know, but still
weird as fuck.
Wanting to approach it is already kind of weird. But they opened it up, saw a body, and then they called 911. And yeah, the cops showed up. They also, this part of the story is kind of weird. They like reached inside, which also seems weird. I don't know why you would do that. Like just roll it down and look.
It
Like,
makes me
I'm not
think-
playing like some mystery
Oh,
game
no.
and sticking my hand in a
Oh my God.
mysterious bag.
It makes me. This is why you can't eat at everybody's house. Like, this is why you can't eat everyone's
Yeah.
food, because you don't know what people do. Like, you just like don't know what like people
Yeah.
are like doing, touching, and whatever. That's like a saying my
So,
friends
like,
and I will
what
say.
if there wasn't a body and it was just like dog poop
Dog
or
shit or something? Yeah. Oh.
It's like, so you just sticking your hand in a random bag? Like, I don't know who did it worse, the police officer or the noisy guy.
Yeah, like the nosy Karen. I don't know.
Like,
That shit was
but
just.
yeah, the cop reached inside. They felt toilet paper and then a torso.
Oh God.
It's just like, ooh.
That shit is so weird. Like, can you imagine though? Just like, I mean, I'm not. I just can't. I like don't understand. There was this one story, like really quick. It was again in Chicago, and I was living there at the time. And there was a story of like body, like someone's like body organs found like near like the Art Institute or whatever. And it's just kind of like, what makes you know to identify that? Like as like or what makes you like who called that in? You know what I'm saying? Or who like saw that and was like, those are body or like those are human organs. You're like, but how do you even know that?
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
wouldn't be able to tell that from like
no.
pig organs or
Right.
something.
Exactly. I honestly would have just thought that was like a prop. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's like again, city shit. So I'm just thinking that you're just finding like random shit like in the city that just because it's just like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I never would have like, I don't know, but let us know more.
Yeah. So they found the torso. Since the bag was found outside of like a store,
Yeah.
they decided to like check out all the surveillance footage from stores in that region.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They ended up finding a surveillance video of Marcelin in a wheelchair in a store,
Okay.
and she like ended up getting up to grab something, and when she wasn't in the wheelchair, they saw a severed leg
Oh shit.
on the seat.
That shit is so nasty. What
Which
the
is
fuck?
kind of crazy that she's just like rolling through Brooklyn with a severed leg, just like wedged like a lumbar support behind her in a wheelchair. Like,
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at how like this is so fucked up. Like this is what we meant by it's one of the most like fucked up and bizarre stories I think that I have ever heard. The vampire like shit that got me. That was fucked up. But like she is like you said, she's strolling around the city with the leg like it's her motherfucking homie, like rolling with my homies. Whatever,
yeah,
that's from a
just
movie.
like
But
as
like,
like a lumbar support, you know, making sure her posture is right. That seems crazy.
that shit is so
Like,
weird.
shouldn't there like be blood everywhere and like it should be stankin' or something?
Yeah, like something. It also kind of makes me wonder too, like what possessed her to think that that was like a good idea?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go to the store. Leg, you want to come with me? Okay, cool. Let's go. Like
Yeah.
that's like
and let me just like expose it. Like she's not even trying to hide it.
no. That's the part that's so fucking weird though. Like they're not even trying
very
to hide
bold,
it. So
but
yeah,
Yeah.
she is very bold.
apparently Marcelin was in that in the store, and they also went to like a Home Depot in Manhattan with another woman who's unidentified, and they purchased a saw, trash bags, cleaning fluid, and then they were seen like returning back to like Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, and then obviously people found the body in the bag. And then a couple of days later, when police started connecting this to Marcelin, they ended up searching her apartment.
As they definitely motherfucking
And then
should.
that's where they found a human head and then some other body parts, as well as blood splattered shopping bags.
Okay, and like one thing, I don't know if like we mentioned this, but like this shit happened in like 2022. Like
yeah, a couple months ago.
a couple months ago. And the fact that this is not like front page news is crazy as shit
Yeah.
to me. How crazy is that? Like you kill someone and then you scatter their body parts around. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so that's kind of like how the different body parts were found. As we mentioned earlier, like she's had several arrests in her past, but we'll kind of talk about this a little bit later.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so what kind of happened during the trial? So as soon as they found out and started connecting the dots and they said, this is Marcelin, we know this hoe did it, not saying you're a hoe, 100%. But as soon as they were like, we know she did it, like, let's lock her ass up, we're about to arrest her, right? So Harvey said, I'm being framed because of my rap sheet, she said. She leaned forward, showing the flashes of anger that surfaced at times and contrasted sharply with her otherwise feisty and jovial manner. According again to like the New York Post. This is what she said, right? Like during her trial.
So she's saying she's being framed because she's killed other people before.
Yep.
And then somebody decided to chop up another body in her apartment.
Exactly.
God.
You didn't have to say in her apartment. Okay, sorry. I was expecting the in her apartment part from you. But yeah, she said that somebody, because she has killed people in the past, they instantly knew that it was her and she was being framed. This is all bullshit, right? So, of course, like with someone like scattering bodies across like New York City and it's just being kind of sporadic and random as shit, they're like, okay, cool, let's do like a psychiatric examination on her because, you know, this doesn't seem like a stable person, especially like she's bringing a leg with her to a store and then, you know, getting up out of her wheelchair and exposing it. I'm not like laughing at the case. I just like can't believe this. This is like shit that goes on that no one talks about, you know? So anyway, so they decided, you know, like we should definitely do a psychiatric examination on this individual. So
I'm going to pause this young lady right here. I just feel like it's important for all of us to give our opinions because one solid opinion is just not good enough. If Harvey caught a life sentence in the 60s, made parole, and then took a guilty charge of manslaughter in the 80s, then made parole, I just can't imagine an 81-year-old guy riding through the city on an electric scooter doing things. And if he's saying he was framed and there was a body or limbs of a body in his home and he was trying his hardest to deal with that situation, however that may be. Yet again, it's important kids not to talk to strangers. Very important. Let it continue.
a psychiatric examination was done by 3 doctors at Bellevue in 1963. Concluded she had schizoid personality? Schizoid personality with sociopathic features, but was not deemed criminally insane nor psychotic. A hospital record from 1962 suggested she might have delusional grandiosity, suggestions of chronic schizophrenia, and paranoid reaction personality. What the fuck? But you deem that person not to be criminally insane.
Mm-hmm. Did they do this again during her trial?
It's a good question. So then during her trial, she was like maintaining her her innocence and was essentially saying like, oh, like she kind of like didn't need one because she didn't do it. That's because she was maintaining her innocence. So I believe like during her trial, she's not sentenced yet because it's still ongoing. Mm-hmm. So we'll keep you guys updated.
So she just like declined.
Yeah, she like
an evaluation.
Yeah, according to like the New York Post, it like didn't confirm or deny that she didn't, but she was like hardcore, like I didn't do this. I don't need like a psychiatric evaluation because I didn't do it. So yeah, because she's just maintaining her innocence. But
it's interesting,
right? Super interesting.
It's interesting that the court wouldn't like mandate it.
Yeah,
considering her history.
Yep. Of like mental illness.
Yeah, and and she could just like decline it.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know if like
Because I feel like that could help her case.
Yeah, I don't think that like she's declining it. I think because she's maintaining her innocence, it's not helping her. Like if she was to be like, I did it, I'm criminally insane. Like, you know what I mean? That'd be different. But she's saying like, oh, I didn't do it. Someone framed me. I didn't do it. Like she's maintaining her like innocence.
Okay.
So again, it's ongoing. So I really hope they do a psychiatric evaluation because I think that like for someone like her, it definitely would be beneficial, especially like with helping her case, like you said. But interesting enough, Susan Layden was one of 3 women who occasionally crashed at Marcelin's East New York apartment. I don't know how the fuck Marceline is like having people over at her apartment or how she's even maintaining a job because she's out here killing motherfuckers left and right. Anyways, but one of the trio called Jillian is reportedly cooperating with the police. The other one, according to Marceline, is the murderer.
So Marceline is framing another person of their little squad.
Yep, because Marceline's like, I didn't do this shit. Like, she's the one that did it. Kind of like, you know, the blame, similar to that case we did where like the husband and wife are like blaming each other for like killing someone, for like setting that person on fire. It's kind of just like, you never really kind of know. If you're going to do shit like this, make sure like person that you're doing this shit with is like your ride or die. Because obviously this whole situation is messy. But Marceline said she was jealous of Susan. And
the other person?
The other person that Marceline is accusing of being the murderer. She's saying that the reason why she killed Susan is because she was jealous of Susan. So, and then Marceline added that while it's too bad that Susan is dead, she resents how the deceased is being presented in the press, which I kind of found to be like interesting, because in the articles they kept calling her gal pal, which I kind of thought was like, I don't know why that like that phrase was kind of like weird to me, like oh, gal pal, which is like fine to call somebody that obviously, but I just thought it was like interesting that Marceline is saying how like Susan's portrayal in the media was like off. I don't know. Is that like
she might feel, I don't know, maybe it's like
some guilt, you think?
Or she feels like the media is making it seem like they're really close friends and she like stabbed her friend in the back, literally. When maybe this was just a person that maybe she knew from the LGBTQ community and the shelter that they were frequenting. And she just occasionally let them crash at her house because, you know, they're part of that community.
Oh, right. I just want to know how the fuck did she have a job?
I don't know.
Like, because
maybe she didn't.
Yeah, because rent's expensive, unless I don't know, like, I don't know if it's like a squatter situation, but rent's expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in Manhattan.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, how the fuck did you, whatever, you know, but I just found that to be like kind of interesting, but I'm curious to hear more about what people had to say during the trial.
Yeah, so during the trial, they interviewed a bunch of different people, one of them including a person named Junior, who's a homeless man from a park that Marceline often went to. And Junior said that, quote, she chopped someone's fucking head off. She actually severed someone's head. And then he was like, I don't even understand how she did what she did to this last one. She's so frail. Even disposing the body the way she did, she must have had some type of help.
But hold on.
I mean, that's kind of true. She does look kind of frail. Also, she's like in her 80s, right?
Yeah, that's why we saw a picture where she looks very frail. Also, too, the homeless man did not have to do her like that.
Yeah.
Say all those things about her, but she seriously, like, you guys, like, she is absolutely terrifying. Like, she looks super frail. Like, if you just poked her, she would like fall over. Did you ever watch the Proud Family?
Mm-mm.
Okay, So, Oscar Proud, I think his name was Oscar Proud, but the dad on the Proud family, they would always jokingly make fun of like how like thin he was. They always say he could turn sideways and disappear. But I really do feel like if she turned sideways, I don't like kind of similar to him, she would disappear because she's that like frail.
Yeah, she's thin.
And she's like an old, like she's what, like 83 or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't imagine
'Cause I
an
feel like-
83-year-old woman murdering and then dismembering someone.
That's why I'm like, you think she had help? She had to have
She
help.
had to have
Because the woman that she went to Home Depot with. Yeah.
And that woman obviously knew something was up with their getting a saw and fucking bucket and all of that. Like, she must have had help in some way.
She had to have help. I just like, I'm still stuck on like the homeless guy saying that she was frail.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then another person also claimed that they imagine it must not be easy to dismember another body. Like even with power tools, it would be difficult.
Yeah.
And that would seem really challenging, especially for an 83-year-old and a person in a wheelchair.
Yeah. See, like, that's why I mean this case is so messy because, like, but she has a leg in the wheelchair, gets up, and it's exposed. But, like, she's literally, like, so frail looking. Like, I still, like, don't understand
Like
how
how-
she did this.
Yeah. And like, they didn't really go into like what kind of tools she bought at Home
Yeah.
Depot. They just said saw. I imagine she didn't go and buy like a miter saw with like a table
Yeah.
and everything. Like she
Right.
probably just bought like,
Like,
the
like lumberjack type of
Yeah,
saws. Yeah.
classic saw. Because also you're transporting this thing in New York. Like you're not getting this like giant like
Yeah.
thing.
It sounds like a whole ass
So
science
like
experiment.
imagine doing that on like a whole body.
in like a
like-
short period of time, though.
Yeah.
It also makes you wonder, like, because Susan went missing, what, the 27th of 2022?
Mm-hmm.
It also makes you wonder, too, like, but how? I don't get it.
Yeah. So she went missing the 27th. Also don't know if, was this year a leap year? I don't know.
I don't know the leap year
So,
either. Yeah.
and then the torso was found on the 1st. So that was like 2-ish days
Yeah.
later. So, yeah, and it didn't take her a long time to do all that sewing.
I just, like, don't. It sounds like a full-on, like, science experiment.
Yeah. And then another strange thing that Marcelin said during the trial was that she wished she had been born a goat and that she was a satanic witch.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it was silent for, like, a second, because I don't know how the fuck to process that.
Yeah.
What?
So you. What?
A
Yeah. So
goat?
she wanted to be born a goat, and also claimed that at that time she was a satanic witch.
Okay, do you mind if I just like re-say, like, I'm just gonna keep it super high level, but I'm just gonna re-say what you just said. So we have this woman, this trans woman, right? Okay, who wished she was born a goat, and that she was a satanic witch who dismembered a body and scattered it around New York City, and doesn't think that she needs a psychiatric evaluation.
She's Gucci.
She's good to go. She didn't do
Yeah.
it. What do you mean, people? That's like this like she doesn't what? She does not need a psychiatric evaluation. She's good.
Yeah. So another friend of Susan said that, like during the trial, said that Marcelin deserves a death sentence and certainly life in prison without parole, considering that she dismembered her friend.
That's
And,
fair.
Yeah. It's just That's crazy that she just like butchering
I can't believe that.
a human.
You know what? If she would have like taken like this energy and actually went to go work at like a they don't call it a butcher shop, but like a butcher. What do they call it? Like a
Butcher shop.
A butcher
We
shop?
still have those.
Or is that what I mean? Like, is that what they call them? Like a butcher shop?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, cool. Like, if she actually would have taken this energy and went to go work at a butcher shop, she could have made it very far. Because if
Yeah.
she's able to do all of this, you know.
She could be like, what's her name? Tootsie,
Okay.
the barbecue goddess out here in Texas.
Oh yeah.
Who's still barbecuing well into her 80s.
Yeah.
And people wait around for that barbecue.
Exactly.
At like midnight.
Like early
And they don't
as fuck.
open until like 10. 11.
Right. And like exactly. So like
That
she-
could have been you, Marcelin.
Marcelin, you had a whole career path lined up for you. You could have been a butcher and the whole thing, but you had to go butchering people. Okay. Harvey is facing charges of first and second degree murder, tampering with physical evidence, and concealment of a human corpse in the gruesome slaying of 68-year-old Susan Layden.
But yeah, let's just briefly talk about Marcelin's previous convictions. So according to some prison records that were cited by the New York Post, as we mentioned before, she's already been in prison twice and spent a total of more than 50 years in state prison already on murder and manslaughter convictions dating back to the 60s. And both of these convictions were for killing of live-in girlfriends. So her partners. So maybe Susan was maybe a partner. You know?
I
That
see what
could
you're
be it
saying.
too.
Because she did crash at her place like a couple times, like every now and then. So.
Yeah. And then she also had a murder charge, which stemmed from a woman's shooting. And she was also found guilty of that murder in 63 inside this other person's Manhattan apartment. And then, you know, to top it all off, at the time of that trial, she was actually also facing an attempted rape charge involving another woman.
Oh, God, cringy.
Yeah, and then, you know, while she was in trial for those crimes, the jurors weren't like so sure if she should get the death penalty. So they just gave her basically life.
Do you think she should have... I'm weird about the death penalty. Do you think, like, she should have ever gotten out?
I don't think so. Or if she would have been released, she should have been put under, I don't know, some sort of like psychiatric
Like facility or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And gotten like a lot of oversight in that regard.
It's so weird that you can like kill two people and also like
Still get out.
and still get out. Like
I'm really surprised by that.
I'm like
actually.
super surprised by it. Also too, like I still don't get how an 83-year-old like frail, like she like if you look at her, she does not look like she's doing well. Like she you know like if you like when you look at her, she looks like she's had like a tough life.
Yeah.
Like she just looks like she's been through it. I don't know how she even had like the capability of like killing someone that like looks like I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, Marcelin was released on lifetime parole again in May 1984, according to the New York Post, and cuffed again for allegedly stabbing another girlfriend less than a year later in 85. And leaving her body in a trash bag in the street near Central Park, Marcelin was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to 6 to 12 years in prison. So I understand why like she was linked to this again because she has like a previous history of putting dead bodies in bags, but like I just don't get it. I mean like Anyway, state officials were reluctant to grant parole when Marcelin became eligible in the 90s. During one state parole board hearing in 97, Marcelin admitted to having problems with women, according to court records. Other boards rejected parole, citing Marcelin's attempt to place the blame on the victims, which is very fucked up, which goes back to what you were saying when we said earlier about how she didn't like how the victim of the deceased was being portrayed in like the media. It's kind of like, at first I was like, oh, maybe because like they were actual friends or it was like a girlfriend or something. But I think it's because of how, this is just a theory, of how they're like calling her gal pal or things like that. Like I think that she wants as much distance, you know what I mean? Like from Susan, unfortunately. But I just think that this whole case was like, I don't, it's like, you just want to call her like a sloppy criminal.
Yeah. But it's also the fault of the justice system.
Exactly.
You know, like, it's kind of wild that this woman has been able to like murder and rape multiple people, and be released into the public. Right. Like, obviously, this person has some sort of like mental like problems.
Like mental illness, like untreated mental illness for sure.
And so she needs help. Like, she doesn't need to just like be shoved in jail and then released to commit another crime because she's not been treated. Right. And then be shoved in jail again and then released again. Like, it's obviously that's not a good solution to her mental state. No, and I completely agree with you. My I guess like my whole thing though, that I was like, I'm kind of, it's weird because it's like this is like a complete example of like what happens when mental health goes untreated. Because like she is full in like denial, like she wants to be a goat. She wants to be a goat and a satanic witch. Which is fine. Like, if you want to be a goat or marry a goat, you know, like, you do whatever you want to do in your home. Like, okay, just don't let me know. But, like, it's the fact that, like, she the fact that when she was talking about how, like, her male persona gets her in trouble in prison. I don't, like, that part, and then also she wants to be a goat, plus, like, the satanic witch part. Because she definitely has like multiple personalities for sure, and it's just it's really sad just to see like mental illness go untreated, unfortunately. Yeah, and so the system has failed her, and kind of assisting her with perpetuating this cycle of her committing crime, going into jail, committing a crime, going into jail, over and over and over and over again. And so, while this is obviously horrific and horrible and all of those, and, you know, like, don't go killing people, it's not 100% her fault because the system has just not supported her appropriately. Right. Because it's like, I'm so confused. It's like, I get the system hasn't supported her, but also to like, going back to how the fuck does she have an apartment? Like how, like, you know, how is she, like, it, because I mean, maybe she's on like affordable housing. That's what I'm thinking. Or like maybe something, she could have inherited something from her parents. Like, you know, we just don't. Or she's on like, I don't know, she's getting like renter support or something. Oh yeah, or like Social Security or something too. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But just kind of to touch on like the whole mental illness thing, it's interesting how like this person very clearly has like mental problems, mental illness, and nobody's like addressing it. No. And nobody's like really blaming the mental illness for her crimes. But every time, you know, there's like a white male mass shooter shooting up a store or doing anything, it's like they have a mental illness
Right.
that is being untreated,
Right.
and so we should go easy on them and their sentence.
Right, which is like so. Which again, this is why like I feel like we both wanted to start this podcast to like bring light to like stories and things like this. It's just kind
Yeah.
of like so fucked up how we still are. I don't want to say like marginalizing, but like putting like saying like, if you're black, you don't have mental illness. You're just like a dangerous person.
Yeah.
But then
You're
but
just like genetically in your body a bad person.
Yeah, like you're just a bad
and, like,
person.
Nothing can help you.
Well,
Exactly.
like they're just
then
going
we have like these mash.
into a whole another category, but we got a lot out of that. Give them a subscribe. Looks like they need it. I'll be 59 for In the Shade. And a thumbs up for the review. Very interesting. I still don't understand how an 80-year-old person can ride a scooter, electric scooter, and murder someone and cut them up into pieces. It just seems impossible. And I remember looking at this picture right here. I thought this picture was funny as hell. It's just, man, how funny could that be? Because just smiling. I don't know. I love to talk to her. Wow, what was so funny? Very interesting. Anyways, we'll be back with another one. This video's like 40 minutes long, 41 minutes long. Let's see if we can get to 42. It's been my pleasure. It's been my pleasure. I don't know what's next, whose story's next, but this guy's Harvey Marcelin, 88 years old, May 21st, 1938, place of birth, Harlem, New York City. I don't know if he's a man, a woman, it. But if he's still alive, we'd love to hear him on the pod. Feel free to reach out if you have his contact, if you know how we can make this happen. Signing out.